What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the review of Kandi and the Gang Season 1, Episode number 9. The episode is titled Big Pooh Poppin'. You guys, how many more episodes do we have left of Kandi and the Gang? I know that next Sunday we get the new show Love Match Atlanta, right? So is it 10 episodes that we got of Kandi and the Gang? Is next week the season finale? Let me know in the comment section if you guys know. But before we go ahead and get into the review, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and are not subscribed, I need you guys to do me a big, huge favor. Stop taking me on this date, you guys, and stop having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the drill. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on those post notifications, and sharing the video, you guys. And with that out the way, without further ado, let's discuss Kandi and the Gang, shall we? Don't you wanna go to the place to be where strangers become family over fried chicken and mac and cheese from 3 old ladies' recipes? Won't you and your family come and hang with Kandi and the Gang? Love that theme song, you guys. All right, you guys, so we see the beginning of the episode, we see the OLGs, they talking. You guys, Aunt Bertha is literally a mood for me, right? So then we saw Brian and Philip, they at OLG, and it's really nice to see Philip in a different light. It's really nice to see Philip smiling. It's nice to see him having fun, right? Because he was talking to Brian, asking him was he gonna sing for something. I was like, what are we talking about here? Then they showed Brian at that god dang on housewarming party singing. I was like, oh my God. You guys know I love me some Brian though, right? So we find out that Patrick has this body oil line that is called Peau. And Peau is spelled P-E-A-U. Patrick. Peau. You know when you say Peau, most people think of shit, right? Why would somebody want to put shit on their body? You might want to rebrand that. Just saying. And that packaging that you had was a little basic. Just saying. So Patrick wants all the men of OL. Actually, I think he wants the whole entire staff to be a part of the photo shoot, right? They're talking about they wanted Don Juan shirtless. I tweeted, and I'll put it on the screen for you guys to see it. I tweeted, no one wants to see Don Juanita shirtless. And Don Juan tweeted me, and he said he didn't want to do it or something like that. You guys will see the tweet on the screen. So I didn't expect for him to see my tweet. I was being shady. I was being funny. So, yeah, you know, it throws me when these people see my tweets or my videos and shit like that, and I be like, oh, I was just being funny. Like, I want to put the preface that by saying everything that I say on this channel or social media is literally just me being funny. It's just me joking. It's nothing. I hope people don't take the things that I say lightly or seriously, right? The only person in the Real Housewives or Bravo franchise that should take anything that I say to heart is Michael Darby. That is the only person. That is the only person, because everything that I say about Michael Darby, I literally mean it. I mean that shit about Michael Darby. But oh, Chris is going live with Brian. That is so cool. That is so cool that Chris from Pop Roast with Alex, he's going live with Brian. That is so cool. So we see Brian, we see Dom, we see Sandrika and Torrin. So they sit down, you know, for lunch, right? And they start talking about the photo shoot, and we talk about this damn name, Peau. And I tweeted this, who came up with the name Peau? There were a few people who said they believe it was Miriam, and one person said it was probably Goofy Patrick. The way that Peau is spelled, I don't believe that Patrick is that. Y'all gotta stop with this one, because I don't want to attack this man. I don't think Patrick. Oh God, how can I say this in the nicest way? Oh, how can I say this in the nicest of ways? With Patrick, I don't think his elevator goes that far enough to spell Pooh that way. That's the nicest. I don't. Oh, yep, that's the nicest thing I can say. I just don't think his elevator goes that far up to spell. I mean, the man couldn't even say LGBTQ. He couldn't even get the LG. Now, granted, they add so many. Now, granted, they do add different letters to the LGBT plus. Is it what is it now? What is it these days? Is it LGT plus Q? Is it QIA? Which I don't know what the. I don't even know what that is. What the hell does that stand for? I know lesbian, L, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, which can somebody explain to me what queer means these days? I know queer. I know that part. I know what the Q stands for, but the I and the A, I can't tell you what that shit stands for. I don't know what the I and what does it with the I. Oh, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. If you guys know, please drop down. Please leave it in the comment section because I don't know what the I and the A stands for. Well, I can kind of guess what the A stands for. Is A asexual? Let me know in the comment section. I'm gonna actually look it up, but I think A could be asexual, right? I just don't know what the I is. I don't know. If you know, leave it in the comments. Um, we're gonna pause here. We're gonna move forward. All right, you guys. So then we see this scene with Brian and Melvin. I have to say, and I tweeted this. I like this show for a multitude of different reasons, right? But the one thing that I really enjoy with this show is that the straight men. So on this show, again, remember, you guys, I'm not, some of the things that I say are not to be taken lightly or to be shady, right? But on the show, the men that we know that are the straight men are Melvin. I think Melvin is straight. Patrick is straight. Obviously, Todd is straight, right? And Chandrika's man, June, he's straight, right? He's well, obviously he's straight. And then you have Brian, you have Torin, you have Philip. Now, you guys, when I say this one again, I'm not saying this to be funny or anything. I just don't know what Don Juan identifies as, so I'm not going to say, I can't say Don Juan is straight and I can't say Don Juan is gay because I don't know what Don Juan identifies as. But I do know that I like the fact that the straight men, Todd, Melvin, Patrick, June, that they will literally hang out with Brian. And Brian is a very feminine man, right? Torn has some femininity to him, right? Pat, Philip, he's masculine. But I just like the fact that they actually will hang out with them. And I'm like, that is something that is nice to see, that these straight men will hang out with these gay men, right? Because a gay man is just like any other man. It's just the fact that he happens to like other men. And I always find it fascinating and interesting when you hear these men talking about, oh, man, I ain't with that gay shit. Like, I don't want to be around that gay shit. Like, no homo. That was one thing I used to hate. No homo. That must mean you're thinking it in your brain, right? But I just, like I said, I just like the fact that they're hanging with these men. Like, just because a man is gay doesn't mean that he wants you just because he likes men. Like I always say, does every woman want you because she's straight? Obviously not, right? So the same thing goes for a gay man. Not every gay man is going to want to have sex with you or going to think you're cute. Not every man is going to look at you like that. So I want men to get that in their head and get out of that dumb, fragile masculinity bullshit of, oh, I can't be around him because I think he might try some shit with me. If a woman wouldn't try with your ugly ass, what makes you think a man would? Just saying. Put that in your thinker. Put that in your thinker. So Brian and Melvin, they're looking at food trucks, right? Because Brian wants to do a food truck, so they're looking at different food. They're talking to the people, right? When that one person told him it's $70,000, I'm like, damn, that's a lot of money. That's my yearly income. Damn near. Damn near. But hey, I have faith in Brian, because actually what happens is, after that party, Todd talked to Brian, so they're going to be meeting up later in the episode, right? So after that, we move over to Don Juan and Philip. They're talking, right? And they're talking about the fact that you guys know that Dom is going to be leaving, going on that tour with Rick Ross, right? So what they want to do is they need to bring in some new bartenders, and Philip wants to do work with, actually he wants to promote Chandrika. I was with Don Juan. I was like, promoting Chandrika? Say what? Promote who? Drika? Philip, you okay? You smoke something? What's going on? Chandrika. If you say so. So then we see Dom. She's, doing her dance rehearsals. Safari. Does Safari go everywhere with Patrick? Like, I mean, you can't see Patrick without seeing Safari, right? But Safari's going to be doing the photo shoot for, because Patrick earlier in the episode said his photographer backed out. So now she's the photographer. I'm like, she's every woman. I'm every woman. It's all in me. Anything you want done, baby, I do it naturally. I was like, oh, okay. She's every woman. So when Kandi and them got there, so who is the photographer? They said, it's Safari. I didn't know Safari was a photographer. They're kind of like Kandi and Todd. Her laugh is something else. I will say though, the men, they look nice, right? The men look nice. Baby, when they had Don Juan's shirt down and you could see all that, they said Torm was about to talk on me. I was like, wow. Ooh. Like I have chest hair, but I shave mine because mine, it doesn't look like that. My hair is just long and curly. It ain't coil, it's curly. We see Brian and Chandrika, they show up. Brian got these shirts with Philip with his modeling. I was like, okay, Philip. Okay, I see you, buddy. I see you. But we're going to pause here, you guys. So I'm going to be honest, this episode review is going to be probably short because this episode to me was boring. All right, you guys, so we're going to pause here. We're going to move forward. All right, you guys, so then we see Don Juan, we see Kandi, we see Todd, and we see Philip, right? So you remember earlier I told you guys that they were doing interviews. They wanted to, they need to bring in some new bartender since Dom is leaving, right? So they're doing these interviews, right? And I was actually I think it was either Kandi or Todd said, so they're gonna make any drinks for us? And Don Juan was like, nope, we don't have these stuff here for them. But you're interviewing for a bartender. Wouldn't you wanna? I mean, I've never done bartending, so I don't know how this works. But when you want to know what your bartender can do, right? When you want to sample some of their drinks, I'm just asking a question, right? So we go through the interview. We had two girls who did an interview. Then we had a girl that is Philip's brother's girlfriend. Homegirl was drunk. Homegirl was cussing in her interview. I'm like, baby, did she really want to do this interview? Because it was given no. I mean, the first thing is you show up to your interview drunk. Now, I get being nervous and whatnot, but damn. You show up drunk, and then when you get in there, you cussing. You don't want that job, do you? You don't want that job. So then we move over, and we see Brian, right? Brian, the wigs, the wigs. We gotta burn them, toss them in the trash, bury them like you did the one last week, because the wigs are they're a no-go for me. So he has Todd over. You guys remember he's going to be pitching his idea to Todd. I'm like, Todd is the last person. Oh God, That's gonna come off me. But honestly, I really wouldn't be pitching my idea to Todd, right? I would if I were, and I'm not saying this in a shady way, right? You guys know what's in my head when it comes to Todd. I still think about that motherfucking generator. That's what I still think about when it comes to Todd. The god dang on generator. So if I was pitching the business idea, I would pitch it to Kandi. Just saying. So Todd says he wants half of his business. Excuse you? Half of my business? I'll give you a third. I'll give you a third. But half? You can get half of an ass whooping. The fuck? No. Alright guys, so I'm gonna pause here and wrap up the episode. Alright guys, so we see Torrin, we see Chandrika, and two of Dom's friends. So they're gonna be celebrating Dom leaving, right? They're doing like a booze crew, like one of those those bikes, where you pedaling and you drink, right? So then, her friend. So we find out that Dom's mom, when she was 14 years old, she got walking pneumonia, and she died. So her friend Ricky, his family took her in, right? So then they asked Brandon, what is his intentions with her. I guess they are really feeling each other. I didn't know it. So Torrin tells him he's bringing back Friday Night Live, right? And he's wanting to revamp it. I do know that this past Friday that they did have a Friday Night Live, because Kandi sent a text message out to her group text. If you were in Atlanta to stop by, I know I did see Philip. He was there. He posted some stuff. I think Chandrika was there because Chandrika has been going live a lot. I just started following Chandrika, and she goes live a lot. She goes live a lot. Like a lot. A lot. A lot. A lot. So then we see Don and Philip. So they're sitting down with Chandrika, right? So this is really just a payback scene from Philip, right? So they're talking to her about the fact that at one point she was working one day. She was at a dress code. She was sitting at the bar with her boyfriend. So they were going to write her up. She says, no, thank you. You're supposed to give me a verbal warning, and then you're supposed to write me up. So I'm not signing it, right? But they were like, we were just playing with you, right? So they offered her a new position, and that's that. And then the end of the episode, we see Patrick. He's meeting up with Safari's dad at the golf course, and he asked her dad for, her hand in marriage, right? That's the episode, you guys. It really wasn't much. Like I said, it was kind of, honestly, this felt like a filler episode because it just really wasn't that good to me. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications. Share the video. And until the next time, you guys, stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. Socially distance. Be blessed. And I'm going to catch you guys in the next one.